Hello viewers, MikeMoneyGMR here and welcome to Let's Show Off Super Mario All-Stars. Now, Super Mario All-Stars, let's see, let me tell you a little about it. Super Mario All-Stars was developed and published by Nintendo for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1993. As you can see in this little demo here, it's playing one of the first Mario games. There's no sound in it though. When you're watching the demo, of course there won't be. The original one for the 1993 remake, it's like an enhanced remake, of course, level, but the game contains enhanced remakes of Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario Bros. 3. The games are all developed to take advantage of the Super NES hardware, featuring updated graphics and sounds and additional save mechanisms. An alternative version of Super Mario All-Stars was later released in December 1994 outside of Japan that includes Super Mario World. Super Mario All-Stars was ported and re-released for the Wii in 2010 to celebrate the 25th anniversary. Now, I could be playing that version because I do actually own that version somewhere, but I wanted to play the original for the Super Nintendo since I got my Super Nintendo working, and I thought it'd be interesting to see what the difference, because they actually did a good job maintaining the graphics for the re-release, but the re-release didn't have Mario World. It just had these games here. As you can see, Super Mario: The Lost World, the Lost Levels, Super Mario Bros. The original. Actually, if you look at the box art carefully enough, you can see also what system it was on. This was on the Nintendo Entertainment System. This was on, I believe, the I have no idea. Hold on a second, let me think. I think all of these came out on the NES, if I'm not mistaken. I have the copies somewhere in my room and somewhere in my closet, but I don't want to look for it right now because that would require me to get up and dig for it instead of commentate to you guys, which is still working, right? Yep, okay. Let's see, anything else I can tell you about the game? It was also released for the Famicom, which of course is the R version, like the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo. So that's another thing. Oh, and the Lost Levels over here. This was actually, as you can see from the box art, was a Japanese exclusive game. And the reason why it never came over here until now is because they thought it was going to be too difficult for us. If you actually look it up, that's what they say. Their exact words were, they thought us Americans would have trouble with this game because of how difficult it is. And it is a hard game, let me tell you. Of course, it's not the hardest, but it's a hard game. Super Mario Bros. 2 on it, of course, has been released multiple times. It's been re-released for the Nintendo Wii version of this actual series, and it also has been released on the Game Boy Advance as a pretty much new game concept, where it has like different stuff in it than it does in this one. Oh yeah, you can also customize your controller setup, which I'll show you that later. Anyway, if we go through these, like for example, if I pull this one up, yeah, let's start, here we go. You can see my save files. We got file A, which has been to World 5, file B, which has a star, so it's been completed, but it's been played on 2-player. File C, which has been to World 8, and probably has beaten the game. And file D, which has not. Now if you notice, if I hit B, which is what I'm accidentally doing right now, if you hit B, what it's going to do is it'll change the world you start out on. So you can actually go back and start out on like World 1, which is some of the new concept that they released. If you hit select, it'll change the button configuration down there, as you can see. I'm trying to remember how to get out of this menu without... okay, it's X. If we go into Super Mario World 3... Okay, it's start. We didn't get too far in that one. So, yeah, as you can see, I wasn't very good at Super Mario World 3. Really, these games, the one who plays it the best are my parents. They were pros at these games. My favorite, Super Mario Bros. 2, because it was pretty simple for the most part throughout the game. I mean, there was select levels that were difficult. As you can see, I have 4 files of that as well. This one is the completed file, and I think that was one that my dad helped me with. And then you have the lost levels. Yeah. Again, didn't get very far. Anyway, so let's just jump into the fray here. Let me tell you a little bit about this collection, though. I've had this collection, of course, for years. My dad had it for even longer than that. Because, you know, my Super Nintendo more or less is ancient at this time. and still works. I'm using the original Transformer for it, too. Something that rarely happens, which I might need to let it rest after this episode. Because, you know, the problem with the Transformers is they were prone to overheat and kill themselves. So you had to watch out for that. The fact that it's working now is a blessing to me, I must admit. So anyway, let's jump into Super Mario Bros. 1. We'll use File D and start at the start. Oh, listen to that classic music. Now, if I remember right, this version of Super Mario Bros. I think it's only in the lost levels that it does this. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on this, but I believe it had the poison mushrooms in it. And the poison mushrooms were something that really made life difficult for people who play the game. Now, as you notice, you have certain underground levels, and whenever you're in them, you have this like cool little bonus fixture in the back. Like you have Mario giving you a peace sign with a smile on his face. Kind of cool. Goomba is in this game. Of course, you have to jump on him to kill them. It is possible to miss, though, and land in front of them, and that's bad because then you take damage. And, of course, in old Mario fashion, woohoo! Ah, fuck, I fell. Damn it. You got to pull down the flag. What made New Super Mario Bros. Awesome for the Wii. And then we have our underground level. Now, I one time had a dream about this. This is kind of funny. I had a dream that those pipes were connected, right? So they go to the same place, don't you think? Well, I had a dream one time that the game played the way it was supposed to, right? But when it came to this point, I hit B instead of just like waiting for the game to load, and he jumped and went through the top pipe. And I was like, oh, this is cool. It must be something new. It brought you to like an alternative point of this level in the dream. And the funny thing about it is it was a lot harder, of course, right? And so you, of course, had to figure out the new layout and all that. So it was kind of fun, kind of scary and all that for me, because I was like, oh my god, this is strange. But anyway, for the most part, as you know, Super Mario, you know, whenever you have like the mushroom, you're called Super Mario and all that, you can break through these things. Also with the Firefly, you can do that. If you fall down a pit, you die. Green mushrooms are 1-ups, of course. The Firefly is the only thing that can kill piranha plants, of course. If you go up the path, you can get to a warp eventually. I'm not going to do that. And I know I'm taking my time. This is something I usually don't do. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Whew. Go through the pipe here. If you go up there at the top, you can reach a warp zone that will take you somewhere else. Let's see if I can actually do this right this time. Yes, there we go. Now you don't get a 1-up if you touch the top, but you do get the max amount of points. Yeah, I don't get any fireworks. Pfft. Lame. In this game, if you finish at the end at a certain time, you get fireworks, of course, but you don't get any like special bonuses for doing so. It's just the satisfaction of saying, "Oh, we got fireworks! Woohoo!" As you saw there, red Koopas will not walk off the edge. Goombas will, and so will green Koopas. Basically, for the most part, you can just continuously go through this. Oh, and if you die 3 times, I just had to say death. Like if you run out of lives, oh, it's 5 lives. Okay, if you run out of lives, what'll happen is you'll get a game over. And the reason why Super Mario World has been, well, not Super Mario World, but Super Mario Bros. Has been considered one of the more difficult games, that same jump, is because when you get a game over, guess where you have to go? That's right, back to 1-1. You don't come back to the level you were on when you hit continue. You go all the way back to the start. They even made a song about it. Well, not them personally, but there was a parody of the song I Have to Go Back to the Start. And in the parody, the guy loses his last life, you know? Like Mario loses his last life, and then he's like, I guess I have to go back to the start. It's so sad. It's just like, you're like, aww. Because every gamer knows that feeling of when playing this game. Now, Bowser stages. These introduced the fire sticks. You do not want to get that. It's just a mushroom anyway, and you'll probably end up having it fall in the lava before you grab it, so don't worry about it. In Lost Worlds, these fire sticks are actually longer and harder to get past, so be grateful that they gave us this version. Jump over it like that. Here you gotta time your jump just right that you jump in between these, and I probably won't, so this should be fun. There, just like that. Watch out for these fireballs, they will kill you. Just stay down here if you think you see one. Yep, there it is. And then we meet Bowser. Bleh, I shoot fire, bleh. I'm a big scary Bowser. Jump over him, hit the axe. You win! Now you can actually make that easier if you have the fire flower, but thank you, Mario! But our princess is in another castle. I'm a happy funny toad that needs to be killed. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's a fun thing about the thing. Now anyway, if you're done playing, all you have to do is hit save and quit. And you get warped back to the opening. Now, like I said, the Lost Levels I'm not going to show you, but it's pretty much this game except ramped up difficulty. They called it the Lost Levels in our version because some of the levels that are actually in this level and in this game are taken out of Mario Bros. So that's a fun thing that you can take from that. Let's go into Super Mario Bros. 3 just to kind of show it off. Now, Super Mario Bros. 3 introduced new power-ups. One such power-up is the raccoon tail, as you see there. Oh. I don't have a second controller. I didn't know this was two-player. Well, that's okay. It actually will warp out. Here, let's go to File C so we have a one-player game. Just skip that, go into one-player mode. And here's the world map of Super Mario Bros. Bros. 3. Do we have any items? We have a P cloud, which is useful if you want to fly through a level indefinitely. But we won't use that. Now you notice the music's slightly different than Super Mario Bros. You have a new piranha plant enemy that shoots fire at you. I think he might have been in the first game, but I don't really remember him too much. You have this here, which you can't open unless you, well, now I won't be able to show you, unless you get a raccoon suit. Oh. Yeah, I did just die. Continue. In this game, of course, if you do lose all your lives, you get the same problem as before, where you have to get sent back to the start, and all the levels that you completed before, you know, like, during those 5 lives are gone, and you have to do them again. So, yeah, as you can tell, we must have had a lot of trouble in the second level. Oh wait, no, I remember how to get it now. You hit this guy, kick the shell, and you get yourself a raccoon tail. Now what you can do with the raccoon tail, you can slowly swing your tail. Now you have to time it just right, because if you don't time it right, you'll whiff on the enemy, and then you'll be in trouble. But if you run, you can fly! Now in this game, the way to fly, you have to tap B and hold down Y the whole time. You get a 1-up for your troubles, and a bunch of coins. Now, if you can work up enough speed here, you can also fly up here. Ah! I might regret this. I want to show what's off in that. I want to show off what's in that pipe. So you just skip all of this if you come up here. Ah, that's what happens if you fall off, by the way. I guess I'm not going to be able to show you what's in that pipe. If you go up into that pipe, you'll find yourself a bonus room with a bunch of coins. But, oh well. And if you dash into this room, you'll always get a star if you jump and hit the thing right away. If you don't, well, you might get a fire flower or a mushroom. And you want to get stars because they give you the most 1-ups at the end of the level. Let's show off one more stage of this. Now in this level, as you can see, the hills keep you from running. So, of course, that's going to make it difficult for you to actually fly in this stage. Now if you wanted to fly in this stage, you'd either have to use a P-wing or a you know, something like that. Anyway, this introduced the power blocks. Doing so gets you into this pipe where you get more coins. If you manage to get in there before the power block stops, it's actually kind of fun because you get a you come in there and you're like, there's only blocks in here, because coins automatically turn to blocks, you know. If you hit one of these from underneath, you'll get another raccoon suit. So Don't worry about that. One of these has a star in it, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's this one. Yep, there it is. In this game, if you're tall Mario, you'll actually do flips. Oh. Yeah, I messed that up. That's okay, though. So, before I stop now and go to the next game, I want to tell you a little bit more about this. This game, was super popular, I think, in its time. Very difficult at points. These first few levels don't show that too much, so you don't have to worry about that. Every single level has this nice design where if you haven't beaten it yet, it has 2 twinkling stars and a black background. You know, nothing too out of the ordinary. Anyway, I'm gonna hold off on Super Mario Bros. 2 because I want to give you an idea of what that game is. Anyway, let's go to World 1-1. This game was only 1 player, I believe, so I don't have to worry about... Yeah, you can play as Mario or Luigi, though. I'm gonna play as Mario. As you see, I only have 3 lives. But remember, this has the poison shrimp. See, there it is right there. Ignore that thing at all costs. If you hit it, you instantly die, and you get a message saying you did. The message says, you grabbed a poison shroom. Yeah. Not very pleasant. Especially as a kid, it scares you half to death. You're like, oh shit, what did I just do? You know? Now, the fun thing about Mario games is there's been ROM hacks up the ass of Mario games. As you can see, it doesn't harm enemies or anything like that. They actually brought back the poison shroom in other games, I think. They brought it back in Super Paper Mario. They brought it back in, well, actually they called it a ghost shroom. It wasn't actually a poison shroom, but it may as well have been a poison shroom. But it was like an attack accessory. It's not actually a dangerous tool. I think they also had it in Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64 too. They had something like that, but it was something that used on your enemies, wasn't it, or something like that? I don't remember. Anyway, as you can see, this is kind of the way it plays out as before. This time, though, you have these guys, and you have this bastard of a jump. Get a running start, and jump, and you should make it. It's much better if you come in here with like a mushroom or a fire flower, which you can get. Because remember, this game didn't have the raccoon suit yet. There we go. This game didn't have a way of grabbing shells, so if you grabbed a shell, if you tried to grab a shell, you would just kick it, which you could do in Super Mario Bros. 3. I didn't show it off though, but you can grab onto shells in that game. Oh my god, as all underground stages, there is a warp place if you take the upper path. Which, taking the upper path past this is probably a good idea if you have trouble with the game. There, made it. Okay, wait for these Koopas to go their merry way. I was stuck. There's nothing I could do there. That's another common way to die in this game. So, oh, I thought I just sat on a controller, but no, it was actually my little mini desktop thing, as I like to call it. Yeah, in this game, oops, the physics are a little off on your running. Of course, hit continue, and I want to oh, actually, no. But I could have sworn it took you back. Maybe that's the original Super Mario Bros. That did that. Hell if I remember. I don't really remember much of this game because remember, again, this was a game I played as a child, so of course I don't really remember much about it. Except as a child, your way of playing is run as fast as effing possible and try to get through every stage as fast as you can. That's not how this game's supposed to be played. I mean, sure you have a time limit, but this game's supposed to be played where you kind of somewhat take your time, but at the same time you rush a little bit to beat the clock. Oh. Now I got 59. Nope, no fireworks. Oh well. Oh, yeah, this is what one of the things they took out of the original, though. As you saw, there was a pink blooper. They're not cute in this game. In this game, they're annoying. As you see, they're able to fly through the air, and they automatically target Mario. So, wherever you're standing is where they're going to try to go. You can jump on them to kill them. If you want to get those coins, you can. It's not necessary to do, though, because if you do, you might end up losing your platform. But luckily it starts you down here, so... Yeah, the lost levels is actually kind of generous in the remake. Because I'm pretty sure in the original they didn't have this, where, you know, you have like you start wherever you died. You start at the very beginning of the level. Of course you don't start at a checkpoint of it or anything like that. Whoa! Your momentum causes you to slide everywhere. Ha! Got the very top. Alright. Now, I'm trying to remember. Is there only 4 stages or is there 5? So if there's 4... Okay, yeah, there's only 4. And let me show off this Bowser stage. So as you see, there's a fire stick right off the bat. Place to fall into the lava right there. This is a mushroom. You want to try to... Well, you want to try to grab it if you can. Whoa! I'm dead. I was pretty much screwed from that one. There's nothing I could do. I just tried pulling back, but of course you know the laws of physics ain't like that. You can't stop yourself in midair. That doesn't work. Okay, stop right here. You should be safe. Get a running jump. There you go. Could have sworn this is where the fire sticks get bigger, but I guess not. Here you want to duck jump so that you can actually jump on that guy. You can also jump regularly, but it's kind of difficult to do so sometimes. Go ahead and take the hit from the fire stick. You'll be fine. As long as you have patience, you'll be fine. Alright, now as you can see here, that little bridge thing is still there. Oh man, that was stupid. Ah, and you can't jump on Bowser, so that's another thing you have to watch out for. And of course, Bowser levels don't have checkpoints. Now I'm gonna try to do this before I finish the episode, so I'm sorry if it takes a long time. That's why I usually don't get that mushroom. If I die though and get a game over, I'm just gonna stop the recording, I promise. But let that go. I didn't even mean to jump up and grab that. Sure, you can get a fire flower if you can somehow survive through these fire sticks and all that. But that's a pipe dream. Get it? Pipe dream? Anyway, though, that's enough of this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching Super Mario All-Stars. Great game for the Super Nintendo. If you want the new version though, you might still be able to find it in stores. It was like a special release game that was only out for a while. I'm pretty sure most most retail stores should still have it though, so you shouldn't have too much trouble finding it. I highly recommend it. It's really fun to go back and see these games and see how difficult they really were. I mean, like, you know, you have the original Super Mario Bros. Here, and that was a fun game, but it was not that easy. Super Mario Bros. 3, lots of fun, easier for all audiences, more or less. Super Mario Bros. 2 took a whole different spin for the game. Instead of focusing more on platforming, it focused more on a different mechanic, which I'll probably show off in a later episode if I decide to do more of this. But yes, I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and I really wish I could show you some of my Nintendo Entertainment System games, but my Nintendo Entertainment System runs even worse than this sometimes. Because there was like some games I was looking at there and I just had memories of them. And I was like, oh, I wish I could play this. Hell, I wish my Sega Genesis worked. That damn thing, I don't know what happened to it, but it doesn't work that well at all. And it's a big shame. Yeah, I guess that's it. When I return, viewers, with more gameplay goodness, I may or may not be doing a Let's Play for real this time instead of just a show off. It just depends on, because I mean I probably should be going back to sleep soon, because I know it's weird because I said I woke up already but I only got like 4 hours of sleep, and I know I can't run off that for the whole day, especially the whole night. But I might do like a short Let's Play of this game that I really like, even though it's a tough game and I might not be able to do it quickly. I don't know, it's just something I'm thinking of. But we'll see. Oh, I think I could show off one thing. Yeah, I'll show off something really cool in the next episode, viewers. Till then, bye.